In the last episode, we discovered that I had lost my mountain biking confidence, which resulted in me not being able to hit easy features that I am well within the realm of hitting. Although my jumping progress had regressed, I did improve my berm riding abilities. This time we return to the same place, Big Creek Park, to see if I can get out of my funk and start shredding again, and progress towards my goal of one day riding Whistler. So I'm out here, actually come back to the park. Let's see how it goes. You know, last time the thing that really got me was I just got nervous for some reason. Like, I thought about it all week. I was planning on going Saturday. Monday hit, and I started thinking about it. And the closer the Saturday got, the more just anxious I got, and I psyched myself out. So when I came to the trail or the park, I was nervous. For some reason, I was nervous about stuff that I could hit that I've hit before, you know? And I'm comfortable hitting. I don't know, I just psyched myself out. So hoping that, you know, going a little more unplanned and more spontaneous, well, you know, I didn't have as much time to think about it, so hopefully that'll help, but we'll see. Although my main goal here is jump progression, I decided to start with a different approach this time and run a short line and try to calm my nerves. So this time I'm starting out on a short trail called Lunch Line. As you see me just botch that over the log there. You hear me talking about... Yep, I have a new clutch. As the previous videos, my derailleur did not have a clutch in it, so I had to get a new one because this bike was at the lower end when I bought it. So this was the first ride I've ever done with the clutch, and it was really, really nice. You might hear it clattering around, but that's because it was just hitting the top of the frame to where my chainstay is. I've since fixed that with a protector here. This run right here is actually going to be the best run of this today, and you're going to witness the fall of a man, the descent into madness, as I fail to hit that very first jump over and over again. The reason I'm talking like this, by the way, is I'm trying something different, and I'm going to try to do kind of a commentary. Watch this right here. Here it goes. Oh. I cannot believe I did that. Like a 2-foot jump. And this is the bane of this run right here.
Freaking years.
Yeah, see, sometimes when you install a new derailleur, it's got to work itself in. Look at that. Case that. 2 feet long, I cased that. Anyway, go back to what I was saying. I'm trying something new, and I'm going to narrate kind of over this while watching it in real time, just to see how it works. So if you like it, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. I'm going to let it kind of play some too, just to get that POV feel. But right now, there's a lot of stuff I need to talk about this. First thing is, I am watching this. Here, watch this.
Dang it, why did I go dead sailor?
I cased it too. I went dead sailor, and then I missed it.
I did have the speed down, so that's good.
There you go. One thing about this too is there's only like 15 yards, maybe 20, that you really have to get the right speed, and it is not that big of a lip, so you've got to pump it, and you have to be ready to be set up for that. So it's not exactly an easy jump to hit, but it's not very large.
My chain's still on.
Yeah, there you go, the chain's still on. At this point, I was feeling kind of down, so I decided to go hit one of this line right here. This jump line is one that I'm pretty confident with, but as you can see, I'm butchering these right here, casing them, hitting them left and right. But at this particular park, this is kind of my baseline. It's a confidence booster. I'll just go hit it a few times because I know I'm going to hit them. And look, this one I do a lot better, even though that one I kind of butchered, but there you go, beautiful. Also, I should probably put a disclaimer here. I'm watching this way in the future. I'm like a month and a half ahead of this. I'm way behind on editing videos, so I've progressed a good bit since then. So looking back on this is very interesting for me. Watch this. Look at that. I mean, and just look at it. Look how small that jump is. It's a step down. I don't know.
This is so annoying.
Now this is another line. Look at that. I couldn't do the double, so I tried to pump it. And this right here is where it goes downhill.
Stop. Why?
I don't know, man. This right here is without a doubt the worst day of riding I have had.
So frustrating.
Gosh, in quite some time.
So nervous. Why am I
yeah, I mean, like at this point as well, during this whole day, like I could hold my hand out and it would be literally shaking. I was just so beside myself and frazzled. Now, that happens a lot during the end of my rides if it's really hot and I'm a bit dehydrated, but that was not the case today. And again, you're seeing me go back to hit this jump line one more time, and this was probably the best one I did that's in this video.
Let's try a different approach.
So my thought process here was I was gonna go really slow, go to the side of the jump, and just practice, right? So I was gonna go right here and go whoop, just like that. And what that did was I was trying to jog my memory and get myself out of the funk of being terrified of it. It kind of worked. And I'm trying to diagnose what I'm doing. I was essentially bunny hopping over the lip instead of using the lip. There you go, that was close, but as you can see, that still would have been a case. Now, why I was crashing so catastrophically, like that?
What am I doing? Like, serious? I'm bailing off the bike?
Yeah, there it is right there. I was bailing off the bike. I was getting so nervous that I would try to get off the bike, but I wouldn't fully commit to either bailing or staying on.
There we go.
And if you do like a halfway bail, that's when you get in some of the worst crashes, honestly.
Oh. That's fun. Dead sailor.
And if you watch some of these videos too, you'll witness me holding my breath as I am like hitting these features and such, and that right there just shows that I am not feeling confident about this at all. You know, I'm doing these weird breathing patterns, and it's just not good. After a frustrating practice session, I engaged in the time-honored mountain biker tradition of talking with another mountain biker for entirely too long at the top of a trail. I decided at this point that I was a bit fed up of trying to push myself and decided to take a lap with Matt here, who I met that day. Also, I'll take a moment here to ask you guys to please like, comment, and subscribe to really help me grow my channel, and also give me feedback so that I can make better videos. I really appreciate everyone that watches my videos and leaves feedback, both good and bad.
Alright, let's go in blind, see what happens.
Matt was a really chill dude, by the way. We're going back on lunch line. Let's see if I can hit this one any better. A little bit. See, and you that like, I'm not confident at all, and I keep butchering all of these. The bike is, I'm just like a passenger on the bike. It's landing like I don't have control over it. I'm just, you know, praying and holding on, and that is not a good situation to be in. Again, I'd gotten worse. Each time I've done this, I've gotten worse. And this was honestly a low point in my progression. I don't want to spoil it, what comes next, but I do get better after this. This is the worst I've ridden all year, and probably in a couple of years. Now right here, Matt was telling me about this little thing, not that little thing that I couldn't even seem to hit, but right here on the right, there's a little like 1 foot gap. It's a little double. But of course I couldn't hit that because it's 1 foot. I mean, and how am I going to hit that? That's 12 whole inches, you know. And again, the bike sounds like it's falling apart, but it's really just the chain slapping the chainstay. Again, my bike is pretty silent now that I have this chain guard on
That
it.
was not a clean run, but I didn't crash.
Yeah, I was backing off, giving you some space, so.
After we rode a lap, we talked to the bottom of the trail, which again is another sacred mountain biking ritual. And during our conversation, Matt said some things that really rang true with my experience here thus far.
Thanks for riding with me, dude. You come out here often?
I try to. I don't love coming out here by myself.
Yeah.
I get hurt almost every time.
Yeah.
Like blankets and rope, I feel like I've hit some pretty decent stuff, and it's always been fine.
Yeah.
Every time I've gotten hurt, it's been here.
You know, I have too, actually. What is that?
I think part of it, man, I thought about it many times because it's almost like, all right, the cross country stuff is plainly like pretty boring out
Sure.
here, right?
Yeah.
So really the only thing to do is to like do that a little bit to get like some exercise and
Yeah.
warm up and stuff, and then come out here, and you come out here and like there's a decent amount to do, but there's not that much like beginner type stuff to do out here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you hit the beginner dirt jumps 15, 20 times,
And then what?
and it's like, all right, I'm kind of over that now. Like, I'll go hit some of those smaller lines up at the top, just loop those back up. But after a while, it's just like there's so much out here that I could try. And you like build your little bit of confidence over the day, right? Hit all those little dirt jumps and all that kind of stuff, and then you just go for something that
Right, is above your pay grade.
maybe above your pay grade, or maybe you're just tired after doing all the other stuff
Right.
first. I don't know.
Now, let me clarify here. I am not blaming the entirety of my failures here on this bike park. But what I will say is something about this park has gotten inside of my head, and perhaps a change of scenery would be beneficial for me. After he left, I decided to do a little bit more riding myself, so I hit the berm line slalom one more time and also did some other things like crash on the large jump line and hit some of the practice drops just to attempt to prove to myself that I could still ride. I then grabbed my pack and headed out. After I loaded up my bike, I had some reflections that I simply had to get off my chest to make myself feel better. I didn't make the progress I wanted to. At all. You know, I was hoping I would be able to clear the jumps today. I don't know why I thought that. I really don't know why I thought that. But you know what? I did learn a bunch of stuff. I learned that I can't just expect to hit these without working my way up to them. I can't just hit these hard features and expect, oh yeah, you're just gonna clear it. That's not how that works. But you know what? I did improve on a lot of other stuff. I learned how to manage my fear better at the end than when I stopped. I learned that riding with someone is so much better than riding by myself. So I'm gonna have to figure out something there because I don't really have a consistent riding buddy that's interested in hitting stuff like this. So, you know, I don't know. But I got my berms down pretty well. I mean, yeah, and you know what? I hit those big jumps. I didn't clear them all, but I did make progress. And you know, even though I crashed a bunch, I didn't stop. And yeah, you know, after talking to Matt there, I think I'm not gonna come back here until I've gone somewhere else, at least. Because I think if I keep pushing it here, I'm going to get hurt, and that's certainly not going to make my progress any faster. So yeah, I mean, this is only my second time doing this since I started doing this, so we'll just see where it goes from here.